Now, just to clarify here, was this online submission tool not existing before the pandemic? Because, as I understand, there were already initiatives for digitization. Perhaps the pandemic has just sped things up. Do you see, is this really the case? And to what extent have your targets now changed? You're saying that it's going to be mandatory. What percentage of companies had already been doing digital filings pre-pandemic?
Well, pre-pandemic, if pre-pandemic, we had tried to go through more digital efforts, even pre-pandemic, making these things required through email and things like that. But we admit, I think everyone in the business world will admit that it has been a bit of a challenge because people are using it to filing hard copies and over the counter. So it was really a catalyst. The pandemic, the COVID pandemic, has forced almost everyone, even ourselves, to pivot, to adjust. But just so you're aware, Danny, we had actually been working on this online submission tool even pre-pandemic. We just rolled it out more quickly, as a result because of this, to help make sure everyone can submit na as soon as they can online, and to minimize, well, as a sustainability measure, minimize use of paper, and as well as minimize face-to-face with our constituents because of the health crisis that's ongoing right now.
Okay, sir, how will this change any of the processes within the SEC, particularly when it comes to preventing fraud, streamlining the ways that you work with other commissions like the BIR, Bureau of Customs, etc. How does this assist it apart from just making things speedier, just making things more digital, just making things safer? What's the end goal here of creating this entire online platform?
Well, verification is one, no, Daddy, to make sure verification process will be much faster, much easier, and much more secure. It will be easier to determine whether or not a document that is with us is correct, fake, or adjusted, things like that. At the same, so it will definitely help minimize fraud, and at the same time, it helps make sure that all the data is in one central database. Because I think we've had some issues as well in the past. About different documentation, different copies in BIR, different copies supposedly at the SEC, different copies in other agencies. So by digitalizing it, and since we are by law the central repository for these things anyway, it really is much easier to get the data in a more timely manner. So it seems that under the current circumstances, it's much easier now for people to claim that they're a legitimate investment company and that they're soliciting investments, even though they don't have the license from us. And that's where I foresee that the OST, the online submission tool, will make it easier later on, because people can verify more easily whether or not that company is indeed an existing company, whether or not they actually have the authority to sell these stocks. No, sorry, not stocks, to sell these quote unquote investments